pettiest way an authority figure tried to destroy you? My junior year of high school, we got a new theater director who announced we'd be doing a musical. He wrote himself for our spring show. He gave us scripts and a recording to listen to, and I fell absolutely in love with it. The music was beautiful, the plot was solid, and I got so attached to this one character named Clara that I knew I had to be. I studied the show nonstop and practiced the songs in the shower until my throat was raw. When the cast list came out, there I was, Clara. Seriously, a top 10 moment in my entire life seeing my name up there. But it all fell apart so quickly. The first day of rehearsal, the director said to me, "You have the same last name as that woman from that soap opera. You're not related to her, are you?" I admitted that woman was my mom. Back in the day, she'd made a name for herself on daytime TV. She'd been pretty good. Sometimes people treated me weird because of it, but I didn't think it would be a problem with this guy. He cast me because of my talent without knowing who I was after all. So I convinced myself that I'd imagined the way his lip curled when I said she was my mom. But rehearsals started running, strangely. First, he'd accidentally skip my scenes when they came around. Then it seemed like every rehearsal, he was giving us more script updates, where my songs were trimmed and my dialogue was cut. It was subtle until it wasn't. Everyone else in the cast saw what was happening and gave me sympathetic looks, but none of us had any clue what to do. I went to his office after rehearsal once, crying and begging him to tell me what I was doing wrong. He just sighed like I was this huge burden and said, "I can't have you on stage doing material that you can't handle. You'll humiliate us both. I know you're used to having everything handed to you, but that's not how I'm going to run my department." I didn't know what to do. I couldn't prove I could handle all the original material, even though I knew I could, if he wouldn't even give me a chance. I think the worst part of all of it was that my face was still on the posters and in every promo email, with my name in big letters. One straight up identified me as local actress's daughter, so he was willing to capitalize off my name if it helped him sell tickets, but not if it helped me get a chance at the spotlight. People were buying tickets to come see me, and they were going to get there to find out I was a glorified background prop. My mom offered to say something, but I told her no. I wanted to handle it. I remembered that our old director had left the fundraising cloud drive open because she wanted to encourage us to see the financial realities of theater. I decided to check if our new director had been smart enough to change the privacy settings. He hadn't, and inside were a series of fundraising drafts where he replied to me by name as the show's star, draw, and ticket anchor. A comment from the school secretary read, "If she's not in Act 2, we should probably change the language. Is there a reason you're editing her out of the show? I guess news travels fast." And he'd answered, "I cast her before I knew she was a Nepo baby. I'd be an idiot not to use that, but I'm not having my show be reduced to a telenovela. She's getting the lowest class of people in the seats. That's all she's good for." Honestly, I wasn't even angry at that point. It felt validating really to see that I was right about what he'd thought of me and how he was using me. And now I knew what to do. Opening night, he stepped on stage before the curtain to give his big thank you speech. I walked out right behind him and tapped him on the shoulder. He paused, and I turned to the audience and said, "Before the show starts, I want to thank our new director for everything he's taught me about theater and manipulation." Then I pulled out the fundraising document and read the comments word for word. People gasped and started murmuring, and I felt my heart pounding, so I just kept my eyes on my mom, smiling at me with her eyes from the third row. I handed the mic back to the director and walked off stage. The show didn't go on that night, or any other. The cast was plenty pissed at our new director, but I'm not sure they ever fully forgave me for my part in shutting down the show, and I didn't really feel welcome in the theater department after that. But that's okay. I work in education reform now, making sure teachers don't have a chance to discriminate against their students. And if I ever really want to go back to acting, there's always telenovelas, right?